Everyone, so today we're gonna be taking a little break from the news and looking at a cake recipe, which looks pretty good to me. So it's the title of this is the ultimate boozy lemon drizzle loaf. Okay, so as you can see, there's a bottle of lemon jello there. Okay, so what better way to enjoy the sunshine than a boozy, moist lemon cake infused with the Italian liqueur limoncello? It's incredibly moist and delicious, and it tastes so good that you can't resist having more than one slice. This does look really good. The cake was inspired by my cousin Peter Amor, who introduced me to limoncello. So we're going to name the loaf after him, Amor de Drizzle con limoncello. What is limoncello? It's an Italian lemon liqueur produced mainly in southern Italy. It's traditionally made from the zest of Feminello Santaressa lemons, and it's said to be at least 100 years old in origin. It's delicious on its own and amazingly tasty in a cake. You will need one large loaf tin, ingredients, self-rising flour, butter, castor sugar, 4 eggs, 2 unboxed lemons. For the syrup, water, limoncello, brown, soft sugar, icing sugar, warm water, and there's a method. Place your sugar and butter in a bowl, mix together until fluffy, add the egg and mix together until blended. Sieve the flour and fold in. Halve the lemons and squeeze the juice out into a jug. Add this to your mixture bit by bit until the mixture is nice and moist. Do not put too much in or the mixture will curdle. Grate the lemon peel in the mixture and gently fold in. Grease and line your loaf tin, then pour your mixture. Place in a preheated oven at 180 degrees or 160 degrees for a fan oven. Cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. Use a cake skewer to check if the cake is done. It should come out clean when the cake is fully cooked. Leave to cool in the tin to make the syrup. Put the water, limoncello, brown sugar into a glass bowl. Place over a pan of hot water. Gradually heat until all the sugar has dissolved. Leave this to cool. Once the cake is cooler in the tin, poke some holes into the top of the cake with a fork and gradually spoon the cool syrup on top of the cake, waiting for the syrup to sink into the cake before you add a little more syrup. Do this until the syrup is all absorbed by the cake. Remove the cake from the tin and place on your serving dish or plate. Mix your icing sugar with warm water until it's thick and runny. Add a little at a time so that you don't make it too runny. Pour over the top of your loaf to make a lovely sticky ice top. Finish off with grating some lemon rind over the top of the ice sugar topping. So this is the finished result. I enjoy. So I hope you guys found this recipe interesting. It sounded pretty good to me. Um, so let's have a look at some questions and some vocabulary. Okay, so Yellow, have you ever tried it before? Would you try this recipe? Does this recipe look good? Which country is it from? Is the Winchella from? Is it made? What kind of lemons are used to make it and why are they so special? So as you can see here, there's a YouTube link. It's a video about how limoncello is made in the region. You guys can help me answer some of these questions, specifically the last one. And so here's some vocab. So this word boozy that you see, it's like just another word for like alcohol. So boozy is the adjective of the word booze and it means like just alcohol. Infused is kind of like when you mix something together. Um, if something is like, so for example, you see it a lot with like bar, with like a tea, like it's when you add these two flavors together and it makes something else almost. So resist, stop yourself from doing. Like as was mentioned in the article, he was saying the cake is so good you couldn't resist having more. So you have to stop yourself from eating more. Instead is to be kind of it's when somebody inspires pushes you to create or they moved you so much that they made you want to do something. He said he was inspired by his brother or his brother. So him introducing him to limoncello helps him make this. Okay, it's like when you take usually citrus stuff like an orange, a lime, and you grate it to add flavor to the food. Like typically, you can use lemon zest with pasta, with oatmeal. You can use it like in a lot of Italian dishes, zest of like citrus. Um, to sieve, it's to shake. So when you're baking and you're adding flour, you have to put it through a strainer to make sure nothing's in it and to make sure that the flour comes out nice and even. Or if you're like digging through something and you're like shaking to find stuff in the sand, that's to sieve. And then curdle is like if you have really bad milk and it comes out super chunky. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a good afternoon. Bye guys.